I want to take you through a little bit about how the brain works, because you'll see that most of what we're doing is just about actually utilising the resources we have at our disposal, but just making it a bit more intelligent in the way we do it. Because for most of us, we are aware that we've got two hemispheres. We've got the left and right hemisphere. And I don't want to patronise you by explaining that the left is all around process and logic and order and things like that, whereas it's the right part of your brain that's driven by emotion and creativity and intuition. But for most of us, if we stop for a second and think about what our normal working lives, what our normal daily routines require of us, you'll realise that the dice is loaded against us, tapping in and to our own inspiration. Because most of our activities require us to be constantly thinking with our left brain, to constantly be working with the way that our left brain does. And tonight, what I want to introduce you to are ideas that are contained in the book that are essentially about tapping into both parts of our brain to our best advantage. Now, all the time that your left brain was looking at that, when I gave you that as a task to do, your left brain took over. Your left brain went, I run the show here. This is my territory. I'll tell you what we're doing. And your right brain was shouting in the corner. Your right brain was saying to you, I've got a couple of ideas. I think I know how we can solve it. I've got one or two clues. But your left brain shouted it down and said, I run the show. I'm the one that we normally use in these environments. Listen to me. If we carry on operating like we do, if we carry on operating in the way that our society has reared us and society demands of us, taking change on board in any context you like, whether it's a personal or a business context, is hard. If we take on some of the ideas I want to share with you tonight, which is more around tapping in to different parts of our brain, you'll see that we can actually make life an awful lot easier for ourselves. There are areas here where we can build on. There are areas where we can maybe look at what's working well, excavate it, and take it and apply it to different aspects. Because when you face change in whatever aspects of your life you want to talk about, whether it's your personal life and these are different areas of it, or whether you're talking in the workplace and you're wanting to get other people on board, people react differently. People's brains will interpret it differently. And my suggestion is, if we start to use our right brain, we start to look at the people that are embracing change, look at the people that are working well and are successful within it. And once we work out what they're doing well, you can clone it and start to look at how you can do well elsewhere. Is you use it in this way. You say, here's the miracle, here's 10, this is what you've just described for me. Where's the exception? Where do we start from today? And kids will give you an answer, 4 out of 10. Now in our left brain world, our focus is there. We're miles away from 10. What's gone wrong? Why are we not perfect? Instead, the exception question, what are we doing so well? What's led us as high as 4? What factors have we put in place that mean change is going quite well? They have to start to give you answers to the problems. They're proving that they have the answers to the problems rather than just focusing on what's not working. I had one young lad come back to me when we did this and he said, where's Kingdom Come? Does it affect your bottom line? No. Is it fun? Might be. Is it authentic? Could be. Are you going to solve a problem? Do it then. How many amazing opportunities are you rushing past in your day? How many brilliant opportunities are you spotting to see a bit of magic, but you're just too busy focusing on what you need to do? So thank you for your time. Incredibly grateful that you've given up your time on a cold evening like this. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Fantastic evening, as ever, truly inspirational. I've seen Damien a few times now, and I think every event you come out, there's at least one thing or two things that you look at and you just think, as he says, it's the bleeding obvious, but so few people act upon the bleeding obvious. He just crystallised it so well, very thought-provoking, as I say, truly inspirational.
Personally, quite motivating, helping me to think about things that are going on in my own personal and professional life and how to stay positive and stay motivated. And I think the thing that will stay with me is stopping and thinking and creating a different mental model for how to look at the world, how to handle situations, how to handle challenges.
Very, very inspiring. Damien's an excellent speaker. Certainly gave us some things to think about, both professionally and personally, and I'm going to go away and start doing them tomorrow morning.
Made me think, it challenged some of my left brain, right brain, which I wasn't aware of, that I functioned so heavily with my left brain. And I certainly want to go away and have a think about what's been said tonight and maybe rethink some of the ways that I plan my life.
I've taken away some of the things because I work at a high school, so there were some of the things that he'd mentioned to do with the school and ways of trying to change students probably more than myself, although there are some things for myself personally that I'll take away. But no, it was very interesting. I've got my copy of the book and put things into action.
It was a very good informative presentation, and which will tell us about the importance of left brain and the right side brain, so how it works. It was really an informative presentation.
I suppose for me I felt, a couple of new small concepts, a lot of stuff that I've already sort of gone through, but so good to get it re-embedded and just re-centred and focused.
It opens your eyes a little bit because it's all simple sort of principles, but a lot of the time you tend to just overlook them. So it's all habits that you've sort of got out of doing, so looking at the bigger picture and that kind of thing, and you don't often do it. So it's almost like reminding you of small things that you should do in your everyday life that you tend to forget to do. So hopefully I'll go away and put some of them into practice and change things a little bit.
It's just you come in and you've had a long day and you go away and you think, right, I'm ready for tomorrow now.